and welcome to your number one show, 1625. And on 1625, we talk about money, sex, fame, and power. Today, I'm here with my ladies, and today's topic will be based on why parents dislike talking about sex with their children. Before we start, what is sexual intercourse?
Okay, sexual intercourse is a sexual activity between a male and a female for sexual pleasure and reproduction.
Okay, so Abina.
Come later. Sexual intercourse is an affair or an intimacy between two matured minds.
Okay.
Yes.
Bells, Miss Bells.
Sexual intercourse is the affair or the meeting, the sexual meeting of a male and a female.
Okay, so today's topic is why parents dislike talking about sex with their children. So why do you think parents don't like talking to their kids about sex?
Okay, so sometimes it's because of their culture and then their society, their environment. Yes, some parents think it's a taboo to mention sex to their kids. Yes, they think it's a taboo, so they don't want to talk about it.
So how is this related to money?
Okay, it's related to money because if you don't talk about it to your kids, someone, maybe a rich guy or a matured man or any person can just say, I want to do this with you and I'll give you money.
Okay.
Because since the child doesn't know anything about it, the child will say, okay, then I want to know more. So I'll do that and then get the money.
Okay. Abina,
Yes.
so your view?
My view on why parents dislike
Yes.
talking about sex with their words. Anyway, thanks for this opportunity. But I see it as parents dislike it because they think we will find out what they know.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we already know what they think we don't know.
True.
Yes, so I think the reason they frown on it is because they think we might end up bringing them another burden they are not ready to have. For instance, we all know what results sexual intercourse bring, that is reproduction. And then, one person was like, these boyfriend and girlfriends, immediately they go into intimacy.
Yeah.
The lady gets pregnant.
Ish.
But when they are married and they want children, they room, and the
Before they
pregnancy
get
doesn't come.
Okay.
So it is easier for a teenager to get pregnant than somebody who is ready to take care of their children. So these parents are always scared that their females will go and bring them extra burdens that they are not ready to cater for.
Okay.
That is why my suggestion is that.
But then how is this related to power?
It is related to power in a sense that if I have power over you, I restrict you from doing certain things. So as a parent, they have the authority to make sure you do not go to places. For instance, as young as, let's say from 10, 11, 12, you cannot just stand up and say, Mommy, I'm going to party without your mother. It wouldn't be allowed.
Okay.
Your parents have the power to let you stay at home throughout.
Okay.
And that is how come we say the stricter the parent, the Cardi B the child. Because you are not ready to open up to me. You don't want me to know because you have power over me. And if I go, I'll be punished. If I go, you beat me mercilessly. I also find out curiosity always kills the cat. And that is how come teenage pregnancy is also rampant in the system.
Okay, so curiosity always kills the cat. So Bells, your view?
Abna has said everything. She has said everything. So I feel it's curiosity because the parents don't want to tell their children because when they tell them, the children will be eager to find out what mommy is trying to say.
Okay.
Yes. So if you tell me, don't make this guy touch you. Touching is touching, but you should tell me what you mean, like you really mean. When you go to America like this, like outside Africa, they will tell you that you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't have sex with the opposite sex or something. Yes, but this is Africa where they hide everything from you
Yes,
and they
they-
are like, yeah, you get it.
So how is this related to fame?
Anyway, it makes you famous in when your parents begin to disgrace you. You become very famous in the neighborhood.
Yes.
This is the girl that got pregnant. The mother was like, don't go anywhere. And then she went out. Hey,
But this is
my
negative.
dear, it is a negative fame, but it's famous. You are still famous. Look at most of the celebrities we see out there. We celebrate them.
Yes.
But most of them are having a child without husbands.
Yes.
They have become fame. Some are trying their very best to hide their children.
But it's not
But
possible.
no matter what you do,
Yeah.
you can never ever put a secret into a hole and cover it. One day it will pop up.
Yes.
So you become famous when the disgrace become. It is only some parents that are very wise. They'll be like, two mistakes doesn't make a right thing.
Yes.
So they will correct it by making you give birth. Maybe they will take you to a village where you didn't like to stay. After giving birth, they will adopt the child, make sure you continue your education, and give you a stern warning. If you bring it again, then you cater for the child yourself. But before they do that, they'll even punish you. Maybe your first trimester, that is the first 3 months of your pregnancy, they will make sure that they will deny you some rights that you had initially for free.
Yes.
So it make you very famous in the neighborhood. Everybody begins to point fingers at you. But if you like the negative fame, then that's your
You can
choice.
continue.
Yes.
Hey, so today I'm learning a lot about this topic. So, do you think parents should talk to their kids about sex?
Of course.
Why?
Because if you talk to them about it, they'll get to know that, oh, if I do this, this is the result. If I do
Okay.
this is the result. Yes. And if you don't talk about it, the child will end up bringing up a problem at home. That's the
Okay.
pregnancy. But if you open up to the child, sex is something between two people. You can say that matured people, okay, matured. And since you are a teenager, what do you need sex for? There's
Okay.
no need for sex. So
Yeah.
you talk about it to them, you tell them the consequences it will bring. Because if you have sex, the probability of you getting pregnant is high because some of them don't know how to calculate their periodic table. That's the menstrual cycle table. Yes.
Abena.
Ignorance is never an excuse in the law. You can't tell me your parents didn't teach you sex or they didn't tell you about sex, so you've gotten pregnant. You definitely face the law and the wrath.
Okay.
Yes. Unless your parents are very famous and they have money and they don't want you to disgrace them. That's one card they can disown you. Yes. So I think every parent should let their children know what it is. Because if I know it already, for instance, my mother always tells me, anytime I dress and look good, she'll be like, wow, you are very beautiful. So if I go out and another man tells me, Abna, you are looking beautiful, is
I
it a
know.
news? It's no news. My mother has taught me, my father, when we were very young, I remember, when you are using the chamber pot, when you are young, you can't be using the adult
Yes.
one. So you'll be like, what you are using to urinate, this is called vagina. And if you're male, this is called penis. Stop saying kakai, toto, and then cats, pussy. No. Let them know the name of the thing. So if he or she goes outside, you will know, say, this is what my mother mentioned. Oh, this is it. So if somebody is showing it to you, oh, my mother has even taught me, so what are you going to show me? A science teacher will be like, oh, come, I want to teach you biology in the room. You tell the teacher, my mother taught me chemistry at home and physics. So there is no way I am coming. If you already know the thing, nobody can confuse you about it because you have been educated about it. I remember way back in primary school, there are these people, I don't know them, they are Rastafarians. They came with this wooden penis and then a wooden vagina with condoms, even how to put on condoms. They thought that the whole school. They didn't say class 1, go to your classroom. No. It was from KG2 to JHS. It was up to JHS 3.
Hey.
They taught the whole school how to use condoms. That was where I learned that girls do menstruate, and my mother, she doesn't have time. But the least time that she will get, she will teach you about that. So if you teach these ones, if you use condom, this and that, there are now the youth of today, They don't fear pregnant. They don't fear HIV
I
like
tell
pregnancy.
you.
They can go raw. They'll be like, me, I want it raw. What is raw? Like, if your parents has already told you that even if you don't get pregnant, you can get sick.
Yes.
There are lots of diseases, gonorrhea and all
yeah.
that. You go for the treatment, but you will suffer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody will know that, look at this girl. All of a sudden, you are growing lean. It is not the normal lean. But you have done something you're not supposed to do.
Exactly.
Your mother has taught you. You have been open. And it has made you more wise. So nobody can come in and do, hey, Bene, let's go here. I want to show you something. What is the thing that you want to show me that I don't know? We know it already. And now, even if your parents do not teach you, the internet is teaching us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On Facebook, on social media, everywhere, everything is now open. There is nothing hidden again. There is
But then
nothing
if they
under the
don't
sun.
take care, the social media can spoil the kids because of the inappropriate things on social media.
Yes, so that is why we have to regulate our lives. See, if you become I always say this, that if you are your child's friend, there is no way the child will hide anything from you.
Yeah.
Even if somebody touches her breast, you'll be like, Mommy, why touch my breast? Like, hey, really? What happened before he touched your breast?
Okay.
So there are lots of things that comes up with that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think parents should open up and teach us the right thing. Don't let somebody teach us because
Yes.
your responsibilities are taken from you.
Yeah.
So stop telling your kids it's called kakai. Tell them the real name so that they'll know. So Bells, what do you think?
Yeah, I think parents should talk to their kids or their children.
Okay.
Because if you don't tell them what to do, they might end up doing what you don't want them to do.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we should just open up to them and tell them.
So tell them everything and let them know what to do and then advise them on the things they should do and not to do. We'll go on the street to listen to the views of other teenagers. We'll get back to you.
Hey viewers, I'm Miss Bells and I'm on your street again. So we want to find out why our parents find it so difficult to educate us about sex. Those in the studios are saying their own. So let's find out what the people also have for us. Hi viewers and welcome to another wonderful episode of 1625. I'm Miss Bells and I have a wonderful man with me. Hello guy.
Yeah,
What's your name?
I'm called Kingsley.
Kensley. Okay, so there's something bothering us which we want to talk to you about. You don't mind, right?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so why do you think our parents find it difficult to educate us on sex?
Okay, it's because we don't ask them.
It's because we don't ask them. Eh.
If we ask them, they'll at least tell us something important. So
But sometimes too, they feel we are too young. Maybe I'm 5 years and I go and ask mommy about, hey mommy, so you see, I want to do something and something. Like mommy will be like, hey, if I slap you, so mommy should also be like, oh, then one day I'll just sleep. Hello, small boy, come, let me talk to you about, you know the thing.
yeah, because maybe what I saw, that's what I'm asking. So they have to relax and then at least say something that will convince me. So they need not to shout or be worried about me asking them questions. So they have to at least say something so that I'll also be cool with myself. Yeah.
Okay. So our parents, you agreed our parents to sit us down and talk to us about sex, right?
Sure, yeah.
Sure. So media, give me one advice.
Okay, for me, what I'll say is that at least we shouldn't see whether they are young or not. We should at least say something so that it won't get them saying, oh, at least if I go into this, it's something bad or no. At least we have to know about it before we go into it. I think that's what
So Uncle Kingsley, what's the age limit you think our parents should advise us about sex? Like from which range? Yeah.
Okay, I think the teenage, somewhere like 13 upwards.
All right, so 13 going. Okay, so thank you for your time, eh? Okay, so I have another beautiful lady with me here. Auntie, what's your name?
My name is Mikera.
Mikera. Hey, the name is nice. So, okay, so I want to ask you why our parents find it so difficult to educate us about sex. You can speak in any local dialect, we will accept it.
Okay. Pacho, the Intia, yeah, yeah, for no, like, they find it difficult to catching about sex in city. So more catching about sex, imagine say, yeah, best say, it's say, or more exposing into in your maybe like any say, you who now so a Jew say, ye near to some points now, not on my train, I'm a young who. And you say, in Kolan say, teenagers now, you see about sex, almost free say, because could see, because practice. Na yeah, man, especially Yakonim.
Okay, so all she's saying is that she feels that our parents shouldn't tell us that early because they feel we'll go and practice something about it. But age limits being now if you say parents no among country like which range?
Okay, maybe 16 to 24. And some say, Samena, Yeni, Yajumado, Kakrai. And
So she got it right to her. And the program is similar 16 to 24 and the program is 16 to 25, so she got it correct. So auntie, thank you for your time. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Okay, so I'm Miss Bells. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Okay, so Jeffrey, do you think our parents find it so difficult to educate us about sex?
Um, when we talk about sex education in our times is very important. And let's say if parents find it difficult, one, we can talk about illiteracy. Parents who are illiterate, they don't find any importance in it, educating their kids on what sex education. Then secondly, they think they are not at that level. Yeah, you see that perspective that way. At your age, what they then you see that kind of vibe. Yes, and I think thirdly, they think okay, they are not at that level, so and they think yes, at their normal in the Asian days, everything their parents didn't do that to them, so why is it do something? But they don't know that what we are in a dynamic world, we are not in the static world.
Changing now.
The world is changing, so and their time is not our time. Our time.
This time, dear, hey, what are you coming to show me?
Me, I always thank my parents. My mother showed me a condom at 8:30.
Hey, really?
Yes, so I always thank my mother that she educated me and she told me that if I do this, this is what will happen. So I'm very aware of it and I know how to go by myself.
Wow, at 18. So it means you wanted to do something at 18. Eh?
You see your reactions. If your parents know you, your reactions will tell them.
So you were kind of stubborn. You wanted to do stubborn kakra.
I'm a stubborn boy. I'm a bad boy.
Okay, so you said something about the age that they are not up to that age. Which range do you think our parents to talk to us about this?
Yeah, I think it should even be taught in schools. Yeah, and the age didn't matter. Let's say at age when you see that the child is an adolescent, you should teach them about it so that they get to know. So that we don't get these teenage pregnancies, all those stuff. Yeah.
So we should tell them as early as possible.
Very early, so that they get to know. Yes.
Okay, so you heard what he said. So, Uncle, thank you for your time. Jeffrey, right? Thank you for your time. Hey, viewers, so you've heard it all. Some are saying we should start advising them at a very tender age. Others are also saying from the ages of 13 to 24. So, what are your views as well at home?
So we've heard the views of other teenagers. I hope we've learned something out of it. But then, when is it appropriate for a parent to talk about sex to the child or with the children?
Okay, so you mean to say, do they have an age limit?
Yes.
Okay, for me, I think from 13 because 13 years you're 18 and you will start menstruating. Some start menstruating at the age of 12, 11. So 13 is appropriate. You can start teaching your child when she's 13. Yes.
Okay, so Abena.
I think whilst the baby is even breastfeeding,
Hey, that early.
you have to start it early because it's really serious. So the way kids now at age 9 they are giving birth, 8 years are menstruating because of the food we eat. Things are changing. Can't you see a 9-year-old boy has finished writing WASI and
Yes,
BEC
yes.
and then came out successfully?
Yeah.
It means that we are growing, and what was taught in university is now being taught in primary school. It means that our mindset has changed from being a myopic, growing up into being big. So from breastfeeding, if the child can bite you and laugh, it means that the child knows what is good and what is bad. If you beat the child and the child cries, it means that onim papa onim said you are, but you are correcting it. So
Okay.
from infancy, you have to start teaching them, because now our young boys and our young men, they can catch a small girl and then start fingering the girl. You can see young girls, their vaginas are open because somebody fingered them, but they are still virgins and no penis. So it starts from fingering, and then before they get to a certain age, they start penetrating with the penis itself. So I think right from that stage, you have to start teaching them the child. If somebody starts touching you this way or that way, come and tell me, okay? Even though the child is young, the child will be able to open up to you, the mother. It depends on how you talk to the child anyway.
And
If somebody
communication
does
is the
this
key.
to you, come and tell me. Because at very young age, we do catch a lot of rape people. A 3-year-old girl was being harassed by, I've forgotten the age, but very old person.
Yes.
The person started fingering small. Even a 3-month-old baby was being fingered. So the people nowadays, their mind is not correct like that. You have to start teaching them as early as possible.
Yeah. Okay, so Bells.
Many rhymes.
Yes.
I feel 5 years, like 5 years. Because you remember when the song came, one corner, that song. So I quite remember we went to church and people were pointing hands at this small girl. She was, I think, 5 years at that time. Yes. What has she done? Because of this song, a class 1 boy had caught the girl in a classroom. Stop. It was one corner indeed. So I feel it should be 5 years, because when you are 5 years, you start to know what is wrong and what is right.
Yeah.
You start to relate to people in the environment. This man is this girl is this. So I think 5 years. As you are growing up, okay, maybe at that initial stage, you can start to say, don't make someone touch you, don't make 6 years, nah, tell the child. So don't have sex. Yes, don't have sex. So I feel from that tender age, so adolescent, so yeah.
Okay. So you've heard them. Naneka is saying from 13 years, right?
Yeah.
And then Abina is saying from infancy. And Bells and then Bells is saying from 5 years. Okay. So what benefits does children get from parents talking about sex to them?
A lot.
Okay.
Yes. If you start teaching them what sex is, and then you educate them that they shouldn't go in for it, they won't contract these kind of diseases, the HIV and AIDS, the gonorrhea, the syphilis,
Okay.
and all the whites and all that. Yes, they won't get those kind of diseases. And also, this pregnancy thing won't come, because if you don't teach them, that's when we get the teenage pregnancies, and some of them are not teenagers, but they are pregnant.
Yeah.
As Abna said,
Yes.
9 years.
9 years.
Yes.
8 years.
Yeah, they are all getting pregnant and menstruating. So if you teach them, I think it's a good thing. They would grow up to be responsible kids,
Okay.
as they are. when they are taught.
Okay, so Abina.
The same benefits.
Yes, the same benefit.
They said, catch them young and they shall be yours forever.
Okay.
Start getting into the mind of your children as young as
Start
they are.
getting into the
And
minds
they'll
of
be
your
yours
children.
forever. Even after marriage, they can still come and confide in you. But if you push them away, me like this, I will not come again. The moment I tell you something, and then you try to let me feel, say, man, I'm here, I will not come to you again. So the benefits that kids get when they are being taught, like what I initially mentioned, if your father has told you you are beautiful, if you hear you are beautiful outside, it's no news. You already know.
Yes.
Nowadays, we always hear, hey, if you are a virgin, yeah, now you're colo, you don't know what's up. Sister, there are lots of goodies in being a virgin, and it is pride. So if you haven't broken your virginity, yes, kudos to you. I salute you.
We salute
But
you.
if you have already, two wrongs do not make it right. So you can correct it from here and stop doing it. Being chaste help you yourself. One, you get healthy. There are some things, for instance, you will not go and check if your period will come today or tomorrow because you know you haven't done anything.
Yes.
So your conscience is always free. And then it releases burden of your parents. Your parents knows that my child, even if I leave her for 5 years, I'll come back and still meet her the same way. But you sneak and go out. So you are not trustworthy. It is on both sides. It helps both the parents and the children. Yeah.
Okay, so Bells.
Okay, so I feel one benefit is chastity. When you tell or you advise your kids about this thing, they become chaste. Easy. When you are having this marriage ceremony, there's a part where we call Tirinsa in our local dialect. So that is just yes.
Okay, so you've heard them. There are a lot of benefits children get from this advice from parents. So parents, please advise your kids about sex rather than pushing them away and then all kinds of stuffs. But then your last words. Okay, so I'll start from Bells.
Yeah.
Okay, so parents, teachers, big brother, big sister, please let's advise the little children on sex. Yes, sex, the benefits, what you gain after having sex. Like you don't even gain it. It's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace, my
Let's just
sister.
make them aware of what will happen when you have sex.
Okay, so Abina.
There is this song ringing in my mind. It says, "Case broken hearts,
No
no
go
go
catch
catch
me."
my song." Wait, if you know about this, no man can break your heart anyhow. Because already the person didn't get into your ties. Into what are you to lose? What is he to lose?
Nothing.
He has
Nothing.
lost something because Abi our boka. He
Oh,
has
the bar
given
of
you
it.
some money. He has given you some benefits.
Okay.
Yes. So please, parents, if you advise your kids, they even bring you pride.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
how you feel when your children are getting married. Your
Ah.
children are bringing in
I'm from
goodies.
Mami,
Like
I from Mami,
It's so nice. But here lies the case. You feel when you talk to your child about this, your child will go wayward, and then that one will rather make the child sport.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that one would rather make the child enclosed. So I think every parents, please open up to your children. What you think they don't know, they know more than you. If you like, sit them down and let them teach you. You know the things that you don't know.
You
know
know
they
they have thought.
Exactly. Before you think they already know. In this dispensation, we don't hide anything from them.
There's
No.
no child again.
There is
No.
the one in their stomach, their zygote can even boot you. So you should know that they know the right from the wrong. So please start telling them from now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ellen.
Okay, parents, don't forget to teach your kids about sex because parenting counts a lot. It's not about you feeding the child or you giving the child money and all that. No, there are some things you have to teach her or him, both sexes. Yes, so you teach them because you think telling them about sex will make them sports. No, It's rather make them love you and cherish you for teaching them that thing. Because if they go wayward, it's a big no thing. So I think you have to.
It's a big no thing. Okay, so viewers, you've heard the opinions of my ladies. Parents, educate your kids about sex so that they'll not go wayward and then they'll remain chaste. This is where we wrap up today's segment. I'm Benna Rhymes, and my ladies, mention your names and your social media handles.
Okay, Nane Aduma. You can
Okay.
find me on all social media handles as Ekia Beauty.
Okay.
You know the
Abena.
name, right? It's Abna Ahenie, just Abna_Ahenie.
Okay, so bells.
And Miss Bells, you can find me on Instagram at I am Gideonel and Snapchat at Ajwa_Bell.
Okay, so this is 1625, and I'm Benna Rhymes.